He named Caleb Vitello as acting ICE director, Rodney Scott as CBP commissioner, and Tony Salisbury as his deputy Homeland Security advisor. Here to discuss is retired Border Patrol chief in Yuma, Arizona, Chris Clem. Great to see you this morning, Chris. Thanks for joining us. So obviously the Trump team has their hands full at the border. What is going to be their top priority right at the beginning?
Well, the top priority is going to be securing the border, finishing what we started under the first Trump administration. And I think just showing that list of names and the people you mentioned, sitting from where I sit as a retired Border Patrol chief, that is a border security dream team, right? Governor Noem leading DHS. We know what Tom Homan as the border czar is going to do. I have worked with Rodney Scott for years. I've worked with Tom Homan for years. Stephen Miller for policy, even Brandon Judd going to extend his knowledge beyond our physical borders when he's in South America. I mean, this is really, a dream team. And bringing the ICE background with Caleb and Tony, I think it's going to be an amazing place for America, an amazing place for Border Patrol and border security and immigration enforcement.
So we'll have sort of a wall plus a strategy for securing the border. What about when it comes to deporting people that have come over the border? What's the priority going to be there for deporting people?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because that is something that is very important to the American people. The polls have shown it. They're supporting the deportation. It is going to be strategic. It is going to be focused on national security and public safety threats. We're not going to fearmonger and allow people to play into this. This is about getting the threats that impact Americans, those that have nexus to terrorism, those that are gang members, that are criminal syndicates, those that pose a harm and threat to public safety, which is a priority of this administration, a priority for all law enforcement. I think that's something that everybody should be able to get behind because we've got a problem in this country, and I know this new team and this administration is going to fix it.
One of the problems with having a wide open border is you really have no idea how many people are coming across the border. What is your best estimate for how many people, illegals, have come across the border? And what sort of percentage of them do you think are some of these people who not only came across the border, but also have some sort of criminal background?
Well, that has always been the $64,000 question, right? Because we don't know what we don't know.
Right.
The got-away numbers are an art and science that Border Patrol agents have to report every day. So the numbers exceed 2 million over the last few years. We know there's probably more than that. And then we look at the amount of criminals and those with terrorist ties that we have apprehended. And while I'm no math major, statistically speaking, they're going to be part of that component that's in those gotaways. Because really, under the Biden-Harris administration, why would you evade arrest, knowing that you're going to be caught and released and been taken care of by NGOs and in blue states and blue sanctuary cities across the country? Why avoid Border Patrol unless you have a reason? Because you're a criminal, because you're a smuggler, because you're a drug runner, because you are somebody that poses a threat to the United States. So they're going to be targeted under this new administration, and that's going to start day one.
Yeah, and I guess the truth is that one of the problems of handing your border over to the drug cartels is that you've got to wrestle it back from them, and they're probably not going to give it up real easily. They're probably going to want to try to hold on to that control, which leads to other problems. But thank you very much, Chris Clem, for joining us.
You got it. Thank you for having me.